up, guys?
Welcome back to our channel, and if you're new here, welcome to our channel.
My name is Sam.
And I'm P-Tay, and today we have a very exciting video to tell you guys. I'm sure you can see in the title, but we're pregnant! Well, technically only I'm pregnant, but we're both expecting.
I'm indirectly pregnant.
But we've been hiding a secret for so long. I'm right now 14 weeks. The baby's due date is going to be July 28th, but we have a couple of questions to answer for you guys. Just probably we have a couple of questions to answer for you guys. Questions you probably are thinking, wondering, asking to yourselves. One question, was it planned?
So I'll start this one off. So this is a very complicated question. Ultimately, it's very exciting, just the way it worked out and just the way God orchestrated everything to happen. So going back to marriage and even before marriage, so 2019, October and before, we had briefly discussed when we want to have children potentially. And it was always like maybe like 3 or 4 years in the future, just kind of depending on when we get debt paid off and just if we get a house and very financially minded things that we were just like, let's wait to that sort of thing.
And these were all good things that we had in mind, but after a while we started talking to other people about it, and they pretty much just encouraged us to actually pray about when God would want us to have children, opposed to when we would decide for ourselves. So anyways, we quickly realized that we had actually not consulted God at all. So we're just kind of going in this lackadaisical manner. But
acting like we had control over everything.
Exactly. And so when we actually started to pray about it, we very quickly saw Sam has a verse he wants to.
We realized that we had a plan in mind. It was a good plan for worldly standards. But Proverbs 16:9 really applies to our situation. The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. And that was just very true. We had a plan in mind, but God had a different plan, and he made that very clear.
So after we started praying about when the Lord would like us to start having children, we actually went on the Colorado trip that's on our channel. And on the Colorado trip, we accidentally got pregnant. Accidentally to us. We know that the Lord, of course, knows all things. And that ended in early miscarriage. So through that experience, Samuel and I both...
Which was September.
Yeah, so that was this past September. Samuel and I both realized, first of all, we really would love to have children. During that time when we knew we were pregnant, we were so excited. And we realized that children are a gift from God and that they are a joy. And
we also realized that if God was going to put us in this position to have children, to be pregnant, he was going to provide whatever means that is. That doesn't necessarily mean the perfect scenario, but it does mean that we trusted that he was going to provide if that was the case.
After that, Sam and I really started to discuss, okay, where do we go from here? Do we want to actually start trying for children, or do we just want to wait?
But we decided that it was the best to start trying immediately. And we did that in faith that eventually, within the next whatever time, God was going to provide either a new job or some way. And I guess this all goes back to, we did not want, if we were to have a child, we did not want our child to be in a daycare. We didn't really have any family members that were close enough or available enough to like watch our child. So that was kind of the root of the financial woes, quote unquote. So P-Tay and I are both working right now, but our desire is when we have the child, for P-Tay to stay at home and not work and raise the child. And
so after we started trying, we actually got pregnant the first try, which we were quite shocked ourselves because we know that it is a blessing, because so many people, it takes such a long time, and we just know that must be heartache. So from there, you started looking for jobs.
I was looking for jobs. I was kind of looking for a change of career or job as it was, but then there's this new baby coming. So there was kind of a little bit more motivation to find something new, just financially, pay-wise, something that would provide a little bit better. I was looking, no luck. nothing happened. And then mid-December comes around, and a recruiter on LinkedIn reached out to me about this job, a new accounting position. I'm at another company, and I said, okay, we'll do an interview. We'll start that. We'll do that. And had a few interviews, and it went well, and I got the job, actually.
I want to pause to insert this. Awesome. You can continue.
But essentially, that job was enough pay increase to allow, if it works out that way, for Plunce to stay at home, and for me to work, and to allow Plunce and the baby to have that time. So that was just a huge blessing that we did not deserve. So we're just extremely excited. But through all this, God has just been so faithful, and we've had friends who have just been so eager to help financially or in other means too, just knowledge.
And family as well.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. So our families as well, we got to tell them over Christmas.
Yeah.
And we are going to be uploading the video of that because all of their reactions were so amazing, family and friends. So keep your eye out for that video.
We're just so blessed. First grandchild for both grandparents and for families. So we're just so thankful for Jesus and the forgiveness he offers us. And so everything's just a bonus in this life. And through this, we hope that we can be generous to others, as others have been generous to us. Really show God's love through this situation, and just attest to what God has done through this story, because we know that, as you guys heard, we really did not do a lot. We were kind of just, I know it's cliche, but these vessels just moving along, and God was directing us. Even though we thought we had plans, God definitely had another plan. And we are so thankful for that plan.
We are. So the last question is, how have I been feeling? So pregnancy's been a good time. A really, 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 really good time. In the beginning, I was pretty sick fairly often, but I will say, TMI, I never threw up. And I know that for a lot of women, that's like an everyday occurrence. Yeah. I just felt queasy, like day in, day out. Actually, it started usually around like midday, and then it'd carry on into the night. But around like 10-ish weeks, 10-ish weeks, it started to subside a lot. I also had a lot of food aversions, didn't like the smell of a lot of things. But now we are high flying, we are moving on up. I don't feel sick as often. I can eat full meals without feeling super nauseous and gross. So we are really excited. We started the second trimester yesterday. We started the second trimester yesterday, and that's just, from what I've heard, the second trimester is the smoothest, where you feel more like yourself, and the third trimester just gets uncomfortable again. So I'm really just trying to enjoy this trimester. But anyways, we are so glad you guys stuck around, listened to our story that led us to where we are now expecting a child. But yes, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We have a few other videos coming. As we said, we're going to do our family's reactions. We're going to do old wives' tales, just to test and see what those kind of predict our baby is going to be. But yeah, leave a comment.
Maybe a gender reveal.
Oh yes, and then also a gender reveal. But leave a comment below what you think the baby's going to be, if you have any speculations. And also follow us on social media, because that's usually where we post most of our announcements and information like that. So see you later, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.